30 minutes of power.
Welcome to Top 30 Minutes of Power, a podcast dedicated to encourage, educate, and inspire godly women to pursue their passions, with hosts Jory O'Neill and Nicole Salter. Thanks for coming. Let's get ready to power up.
And so was it at Columbia that you were reached out to and invited to learn more about Jesus?
Actually, I was a Columbia student, but it was the summer. And so God knows us, and he knows what we need, and he knows who we need. And he knew that campus students probably weren't going to be it for me to help me know him, because even though I was a campus student, I was working to support myself, right? And most of the students in the Columbia campus ministry, their parents were supporting them. So I wasn't really going to listen to them. So some sweet, sharp Harlem sisters were the one who studied the Bible with me. And I studied the Bible 2 weeks, got baptized in August. And then a month later, I was sent to campus ministry when school started back up. I was like, once I got her, she ain't going nowhere. So that's what happened 28 years ago.
Amen. Well, that's amazing. I don't mean to hog all the questions. I have a lot of curiosity because I'm just like, wow, she did what? She did, oh wow. And then, well, she got a cookbook. TT, you heard that? She got a cookbook. This is the plug right here. Gotta figure out how to make that work. So who you see also on the call is Linda Wilson. She is my aunt, and she's an amazing cook. You muted, but she'll figure it out. She's good with technology.
Okay.
You got it.
Hello.
There you go. All right. She told she's good with technology. She's so good.
Miss Linda.
How's everybody?
Great. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Glad you could join.
Blessed and highly favored.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you, Miss Linda? Are you in New York?
No, ma'am, I'm in Chicago.
Okay, we got Florida, Chicago, Long Island, Queens in the house. All right.
Yes, I'm in Chicago.
Chi-town. Okay.
So how's everybody that I can't see? Is everybody good?
Yeah, if you slide your phone to the right, you'll be able to see everybody in their own little squares. Slide your little just like that.
Okay.
There you go.
Here I am, y'all.
How you doing?
I wanted to see everybody. Hey,
We missed you
Nicole.
the past few weeks. How you doing?
Oh, girl, I'm amazing. I can't say anything, but I'm amazing.
That's good. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, I just wanted to get on with the ladies tonight. It's been a long time since I've been on.
Yeah. We miss seeing you.
You've been a little busy. A little bit.
Yeah, I've been a little busy. I've really been a busy sister. Trying to heal, but God is here.
What might be like a little lapse, like, oh, this random woman just jumps on in the middle of the thing. So my aunt Linda, she actually had a quadruple bypass less than a month ago.
Wow. You look so good.
Thank you. Thank you. It was
Yes.
It was a surprising thing that happened to me, but I'm here.
Yeah.
So the day that we gave the talk at the Women's Day, she had a stroke the very next day.
Oh, wow.
And was rushed to the hospital and performed quadruple bypass surgery. And I want to say, 10 days later, they released you from the hospital?
Yes.
So you're at home now?
Yeah, I'm staying with Jory's mama right now.
Okay.
Getting threatened left and right.
Got to stay on the straight and narrow.
I
Yeah.
do. I do.
Got things to do. So Linda actually, and it's God's timing. She is an amazing cook, and she's in the process of collecting recipes on how to turn soul food into a healthier option. And she's been cooking soul food for 50 plus years. So, there are certain recipes that, people eat, like the back of the hand, and, like making her own situation. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see what beauty is going to come, right, from not only just her cooking, but like cooking brings her joy, and it's like a love act for her. And I'm sure
Oh,
it's
yeah.
probably the same way with you.
Yes, truly a love act for me.
I'm Southern, but I'm Southern removed. Like, I moved up north before I was born, so I'm a Northerner. And Northerners, I don't know, I can't really speak for nobody else, but we don't really, we don't, like, nah, really, it's okay. Uh, that's
No.
not a that's not a gene I picked up.
Yeah. No,
That's not a.
it's funny because people often say, "Oh, you must love to cook." I'm not someone who loves to cook. I love to feed people I love. I don't
You know
my
what? I love to cook, and I love to see the reaction of people. I
Mhm.
love after they eat
Yeah.
something that I cook. So I just be standing back smiling like a Cheshire cat when I see people eating and enjoying food that I've cooked. But
Yeah.
now I'm gonna get on that cookbook because we were trying. I was trying to get a job and all of this stuff, and this happened. So it's like this is where you're supposed to be, sister, writing stuff down, because you can't lift nothing higher than heavier than an ink pen anyway. So let's just get my book and just go back. I guess got to go back to some of the recipes I've already written down, and they're at home, and then I'm gonna start writing recipes here
Yeah.
of things that I know.
Yeah.
And after that, I will work on how to do a healthier, um, because look, I've had a quadruple bypass. I got to find healthier ways to eat. And
Mhm.
I'm not gonna eat nothing that don't taste good.
Tell it, tell it, tell
Period.
it. No, and I think like that's a great topic because I always emphasize like soul food is treats. This isn't something that you cook every day. Like my husband doesn't even like cheese, so macaroni and cheese we have to have an occasion for me to make it. Like we're gonna have a Thanksgiving potluck at church, and people are always like, "You bringing your macaroni and cheese, right?" I'm like, yes,
Well,
because I'll bring
we,
it for church because it's a
we
whole
don't have
group
to
of
have an
people.
occasion. When, when folks come, they be like, TT Linda cooking, TT
Mhm.
Linda cooking. So it's like, yeah, I'm cooking.
Yeah. But it's what you said. I think it's a great idea to do a healthier version for people who do want to have it on a more consistent basis.
Right.
And
With with the taste that's in there. You have to have
mhm.
taste.
Yeah. And the
You got to
thing
have
is, you can
taste.
have a lot of flavor without a lot of the extra stuff.
Right.
I did this cooking demonstration for this company, and I made this not too sweet potato pie. And they had like professional chefs prepare our recipes for the crowd. And one of the guys, he was like, I didn't know if that was gonna be good because it took out like half the sugar and half the butter. But the sweet potatoes are so sweet naturally that it tasted just as good. And now that's one of my family's most requested recipes, and my not too sweet potato pie. So it is
All right.
possible.
Yes. Now that's something I hadn't thought about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Because
I'm
you're
sure
right,
you'll do great.
sweet potatoes cooked right. They
Mhm.
are they are candy in
Mhm.
in themselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's those little changes like taking out the pork back and stuff and using turkey
I
meat
got
and the
to,
collards. And it's just as good. You get yourself some smoked turkey necks and smoked turkey wings. Those collars just as
I
good.
got to give up my recipe for dressing
For
for
what?
Thanksgiving, for my dressing for Thanksgiving, because I
Okay.
can't cook it. So
So you're
Charlie's
a real
mom,
cook. I'm not, I'm like, I use stovetop. Like it's certain things I just don't do from scratch. And because most of the people I knew growing up, we didn't make cornbread from scratch. We didn't make stuffing from scratch. But then there are the things that you can't call yourself Southern if you don't know how to do the collard greens and the macaroni and cheese. And I'm not talking craft. I'm talking
and
about
definitely
real.
cornbread from scratch.
See, she's Southern. I'm Southern light. I will use some Jiffy, put some corn and a little bit of sugar in it, and call it a day.
No,
that
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 ain't
was not
happening.
in the recipe book.
No, that is not happening. Um,
You know what my mom
mm,
does? She, and mind you, this was an accident. One day she was cooking for Thanksgiving and she dropped the sweet potato in the cornbread. And
Ooh.
she was like, I'm not digging in here to get it out because I'm gonna lose all of the cornbread. So she mixed it in and she baked it, and oh my goodness, they were so good. And
That sounds good.
ever since then, everybody is like, "Ooh, are you making cornbread? Are
Sweet
you bringing
potato
cornbread?" And
cornbread.
sure enough, this Thanksgiving she has to make the cornbread. She made it for a wedding gathering that my sister had. She went to the courthouse and then we had a big party afterwards. And my mom made them, and to make it fancy, she put a little strawberry on the top. And everybody was like, "Where's the cornbread?"
That's funny. So everyone tends to have a signature dish. Jory, you got a signature
right.
dish? Are you
Me?
the one who bring ice?
Nah, I bring
Or
plates.
salad.
I listen. So TT, you know that salad I made was busting. That was a good salad. So
Yeah.
I'm more
He's
of
like,
a,
yeah.
I'm more of like a salad, like I do a salad concierge. Like I do
Okay.
salads like real, like like walnut
Okay.
encrusted, feta cheese,
Yeah.
kale.
All
I
right.
mean, get a little fancy with the salads. But like I make foods that you don't have to cook.
Okay.
That's my specialty.
No.
The no cook foods. Yeah, the no cook
No.
foods.
A
Listen,
good salad is
that could be a whole
good.
book.
Yeah, no, a lot of people are going vegan and vegetarian, so a good salad is a great thing. What about you, Nicole? What's your signature dish?
I don't know if I have a signature dish. I definitely like to make curry chicken. I
Mm.
love making curry chicken.
I'm gonna have to
Um,
face that. That's the third time I heard you speak on your curry
yes,
chicken.
yes.
Ooh.
I love to cook curry chicken.
Do you use chief curry or you make your own curry?
I use the Jamaican curry that you have to go to like the hood to buy. You don't
Oh,
get it in Walmart. You don't get it in the regular grocery store. You got to go to the hole in the wall and
most of
buy
my
it.
Jamaican friends use chief, so you gotta send me the link to your special curry. What about
We
you,
not
Miss
that fancy.
Linda?
We not that fancy, Kim. We don't have links to our
Yeah, no.
situations
Or
yet.
the name so I can look
We
for
try
it.
to get there,
It,
friend. We try to
it
get
doesn't come in a nice fancy bottle. It come in a
It does
bag.
not.
Oh,
Handwritten
okay.
name.
Okay. Well,
You just you just
okay.
hope it's curry inside that bag. That's what you
I'm like, a lot of things can look like curry, but okay.
Hope there's
He's
no
like, you go
bugs
to a
in there.
store, you buy
Oh,
powder in a bag.
okay. They got that on Amazon. No, just
Listen,
Nope.
like I had really, so when we first got here, my sister, she had a bunch of free recipes for was it HelloFresh? One of those companies. And so she would order them and she would just have it shipped to my house because we moved right when the world was shut down. So like there was no
Mm.
going to the grocery store, none of that. And
Mhm.
so there were a few recipes that we got, and my son absolutely loved them. And so I was like, we need to find these ingredients. Like, but when you go on Amazon, they sell you a gallon, and it's I only need a teaspoon. Why are you selling this so big, you know? And so I had spoken to my mom, and I was like, you know what? We might need to see how we can sell this stuff on a smaller scale. And my mom also makes a garlic paste. And so I had done the work to develop a company, and I was like, we're going to call it Sister Vera's Garlic. And she's like, no, I don't want to be sister. Let's just do Vera's Garlic. And I was like, okay, all right.
That's nice.
Vera's Garlic it is. Vera's Garlic paste. But it's being over here where there's not many of this. It's hard to find the people that will pay for it.
Well, what about you, Miss Linda? What's your signature dish?
My signature dish is actually homemade cornbread. We've already got a name for my cornbread.
Okay.
It's called LFW. So,
what's your middle name? What's your middle name?
Put some sweet potatoes.
Linda Faye Wilson, LFW. LFW. Okay. Well, let me just go ahead.
And that is one of my signature dish.
I love it.
That and homemade dressing.
Okay, you see when you open up your shop, let me know because you make the things that I don't.
Yeah.
You want some collards? You want some mac and cheese? You want some ribs? You want some fried chicken?
I do. Can I have all those?
Yeah,
I'm in New York.
I'm good.
Can I have all those?
Yeah, I'm good. Come on over. But stuffing and cornbread, I order. Okay, Miss Linda.
I'll fry Kentucky KFC out some chicken.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. When you come to New York, y'all gotta all come to New York together and enjoy. We gotta have a potluck. We'll get some curry.
So, the crazy thing is that I've flown my aunt up to New York twice just to cook.
Sounds worth it.
And she went back home with money in her pocket.
Okay.
Because
money in my pocket, and let's not forget the offers.
Yes.
To help me start a company.
I love it. No, because I don't think until you're the mom and the one responsible for the holiday meals, you don't appreciate it. I just remember thinking, how did I get to be the mom? How am I the one cooking all the food all the time?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Kim. And you know what? You can judge me if you want to, and it won't be the first and it won't be the last time somebody judges me for something. I think we're gonna Boston market it up this year for Thanksgiving. I tried. We went vegan. We went vegan, or we went keto. We did some foolishness with food, and the food was so bad.
Don't try that around the holidays.
The macaroni and cheese had no cheese. I ain't had no milk. I couldn't put no butter. I was just like, this garbage I'm eating. I tried. My vegetables was soggy. It was just ew. My kids, they honest. They was Mommy, I don't like this. I don't
try it again.
This is nasty.
Like Nathaniel, Mommy, I don't like this.
No, that was all of them. That was Jordan. That was Rachel. That was everybody who had words. They were like, no.
You missed the mark, Mommy.
Nathaniel was like, after you see everybody else, he's like, I'm not even trying this. I don't know what this is.
Girl, there is no judgment. There's no judgment. Last year, for the first time in a long time, we weren't having dinner with Reggie's dad because of COVID and all those things. And so, like I said, I don't cook because I love to cook. I cook because I love to feed the people who I love. My son's like, you should start a food thing. I'm like, no. But we weren't spending it with him. So I was like, can we have Chinese food for Thanksgiving? And we did, and it was fabulous.
Yes.
It was fabulous.
Break
We
it up.
had
Let's shake it up.
buns. We had all these different types of, we had a table full of different types of Asian food, and it was fabulous because it reminded me of a special Thanksgiving memory. Because when I was a student at Columbia, my mom would come up for Thanksgiving, and we would have Thanksgiving at Ollie's that was right across the street from Columbia. So we would have Chinese food for Thanksgiving during my college years. And I loved it because I love Chinese food. Chinese food and Southern food, they're tied for first on my favorite types of food. And so, and it was great. And I didn't have to cook, and no one had to clean up. And it was beautiful. We're going back to cooking this year, but it was beautiful. So there is no judgment here.
I think we might join you with the Chinese this year. My kids ask my husband, they say, Daddy, what you want for your birthday? His birthday's in December. He was like, Chinese food. I said, hold on, it's your birthday. Like, this is like you have a job. We're not that destitute where you can't go get like right now. You can go get Chinese food right now. He was like, no, I don't want it right now. Oh, for my birthday. I was like, all right.
No, get the special Chinese food. We got bun restaurant with the real dumplings.
I think you're talking about dim sum, though. No, that sounds like dim sum.
It was some of it was dim sum, and some of it was like chicken fried rice. It was like a variety. It was awesome.
That sounds awesome.
I love that. I don't know how we got on food, but
your auntie.
Interesting conversation.
Hey, Linda.
Yeah, but just to circle back before you move on, Joria, regarding the food things, if you guys, when you're ready to do your food things, right now, if I were starting over, I would TikTok and YouTube, get on there, show your recipes, then link to your products. That's going to run you up sales really quickly. Like if I was doing a product-based business that was visual, that's what I would do now. And TikTok is right now still early enough that you can build an audience really quickly.
Okay.
So I didn't even get to if you had any advice for anybody who's starting out and they want to do a passion business, because that's what, if you ask me, like, and I'm always like, I'm trying to like explain things and understand things, and I see where my kids get it from now, but don't tell them I said it. I want to put a word or like a title or like a subject or a category around things, because sometimes I feel like there's so many avenues and there's so many directions, or there's opportunity for ambiguity. And I really try to minimize that. So I would call what God has blessed you to be able to do in being home with your child and starting, these are called passion businesses. Like you are passionate about being a mom, like all stages, all facets of mom, from the eating of the food to the college preparatory part. Like you love that gift of being a mom, right? And so because you're passionate about it, like your passion exudes onto the paper. And I think that is what I was catching when you were speaking. That passion.
Yeah.
That passion part. And so we're going to write things down. We're going to say them slower in case people want to take notes, right? I don't need them rewinding and reversing, rewinding and rewinding and reversing. So, Kim, if you could give any suggestions to any human who desired to start a passion business such as yourself, if you were starting over, what advice would you give humans? Go.
Humans. Okay, humans. Well, first of all, I want to clarify that your passion and your paycheck don't have to be the same places. Because my passion is ministry, but I don't want to get paid for it. Like I love studying the Bible with people. I love mentoring people. My mind just works like that. When you were talking about the message that I did that the day before we did it. Because the thing is, I just let things simmer in my mind, and then God just tells me what to say, like the deep. So I can do the preaching, I can do the teaching, all of those things. I love it. That's my passion, but I don't want to get paid for it. And so I think that's the biggest thing that people have to realize. All of your passions don't have to be monetized. However, if there is a passion that you are considering monetizing, you need to consider a few things like, do I love it? Am I really good at it? And would someone else pay me for it? Like, I love to sing, but I'm not good at it. And people would pay me to stop. So you got to have a sober estimate of yourself, right? And I always try to think, like, what are the things that people come to you and ask you about? Like, what are the things that people are always getting your input for, asking you for, like your cornbread, or or whatever it is. What is it that people ask you for, and what would they pay you for? And really the only way you know is to get them to pay, because you can say, oh, I'm thinking about such and such. Do you guys think this is a great idea? And people are nice. They're, yes, girl, yes. But until you put something out there with a price tag and they pay, you don't know.
Right.
And that's the thing. It's like, put something out there. It doesn't have to be this elaborate thing. Put something out there small. Put $7 product out there. See if someone will buy it. And if not, go back to the drawing board, because business is figuring out what people want and giving it to them. And and it shifts. Like right now, I'm in the midst of a shift. I've been doing the parenting thing for like 18 years, and that is coming to an end because my youngest is a sophomore. So that's winding down. And so I'm figuring out, well, what's the next best paid thing? And so, and it takes trial and error.
Daughter-in-law.
What'd you say?
How to not kill your daughter-in-law.
I don't have one of those yet.
It's coming, girl. It's coming.
So yeah, and so it's just figuring out, because we all are multi-talented. We all are multi-gifted. And it was funny, you were like, oh, you do a lot of things. Try to narrow it down. Like, I do many things, but they all fall under content to me. I'm a content creator. I create. It doesn't matter if it's a book, if it's a blog post, if it's a video, whatever. It's just, I create, and then I package it in different ways. And so figure out what you're good at. Like, at your essence, who are you? At my essence, I'm a teacher. If I learn something, I'm gonna turn around and teach it to someone else. That's how I learn best, when I'm learning to teach someone else. That's how, I have a very attention span, but when I'm thinking, okay, I need to learn this so I can go teach someone else, that helps me focus, right? So you have to figure out who you are at your core, and then how you can live that out in your business or hobby. It doesn't have to be a paid thing, but you got to make sure that whatever it is, that's the essence of you. What did you like to do when you were a little kid? What would you do if nobody paid you? Now, can I put $1 on it? Then that would be great. But even if you can't, do it. Find a way to do it in life anyway, because I just think it makes us a fuller person. I always had a side thing, even when I worked in corporate. So I think that's the biggest thing. You don't have to get paid for your passion, but if you want to be paid for your passion, figure out what you do that people will actually pay you for.
All right. Now we're going to go back to this YouTube and the TikTok, because I don't know nothing about these people. Well, a little bit, but not much.
Okay. So today, like I said, I was very fortunate in that I started blogging and things when it was very early on. So timing has a lot to do with things. Right now, I would not even be a blip on anyone's radar because it's so much involved in blogging now. It's not just the blogging, it's the social media, it's the video, it's the this, the that, and the other. So I wouldn't even start over that way if I were doing it. I'm doing College Prep Mom that way just because I want to share that content and have it there for people to have access to. But as I consider and think about what's my next steps, whatever it is, it needs to be something that I can do visually. So say, for instance, you have a food product. It's doing TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. You don't have to do all three of them. but you need to pick at least one, because we're in a video society now and things are very visual. And so showing how you make your dressing, and then people might be like, oh, but then people won't buy it. Yes, they will, because they don't want to do it. Or showing things that go with the dressing. I think I see you, Miss Linda, and I think, you know, when you get when you're feeling better, you can have a weekly cooking channel, because people love more mature people who cook and talk while they cook, because you know y'all just be saying whatever. And you have stories for days. And a lot of people don't have those grandmas and stuff to, you know, pass down stories, pass down recipes. And you could, you know, yeah. So that's what I would do. I would start a YouTube channel, because I think that those are easier than starting with vlogs. I mean, you should always have a blog, because you should always have your own home base, but more so to store those things than, and then I would have a YouTube cooking channel and do a weekly video. And then TikTok, you break up that video, snippets of it, and you have a little TikTok. They'll love you, Miss Linda. See, I'm in the in-between. I'm not super young anymore, so I don't have the little kids. Kids and animals are the cutest. And I'm not older. I'm older, but not like, so we're cute older.
You could borrow my kids. You could cook. And you can borrow my kids is cute. They will get you a whole bunch of likes and subscriptions.
Your kids are cute. Your kids are cute. And you know you did something good when a kid likes it. We had and I had cooked for them, and the little one, she's like, you can cook. I was like, oh, that made my day. Because kids are honest to a fault.
So
like, well, if you say I can cook, then I'm validated. So yeah, I think use what you have. You have that cute grandma thing vibe going on. When you're feeling better, you figure out your recipes, start doing little videos, link to your recipe book. And, you know, you could do this stuff for free on KDP. YouTube's free, TikTok's free. And, you know, just start.
So
thank you. It sounds like some wonderful advice.
You're welcome.
I will. Well, see, that y'all gonna make me learn this thing for real.
Well, if you can do Zoom, you can set up a phone on a stand, a tripod, and take a picture. Call it a day. Yeah, I'll take a video of yourself. You can do it. I believe in you, Miss Linda.
I can do Zoom.
Then you can do a video.
I have the hardest time doing Zoom. But I'm gonna get it together.
But you figured it out, though. You here?
I figured it out. I had to. I couldn't figure it out on my computer, so I went back to my phone.
Okay.
Like, oh no, I'm getting on here tonight.
It was meant for us to meet.
Yeah.
So. What were you going to say, Nicole?
How do you accept negative criticism? I'll tell you this, the problem with me, I think what hinders me, and Jory is probably ready to like throw a book through the screen because of all of the conversations that we have. I think I shy away from sharing knowledge that I have because I just don't want to deal with people that are like, no, that's not how you do it. I can do it differently.
Okay, good for them. And then they can go share how they do it. And that's the beauty of it. Of course, you can do it different ways. But I think you're a beautiful woman. And when you share your thoughts, you're going to get criticism. But the thing is, everybody gets criticism. Except for people who aren't doing anything. Right?
Oh, wow.
I'm going to write that down, Kim. Wait, you're talking too fast.
Nah, don't worry. It's going to be on a t-shirt tomorrow. It's going to be on a t-shirt. I'm putting it on a t-shirt tomorrow.
No, but that's in every aspect of life. Work, ministry, whatever. It's the people who are actually doing something who get the most criticism. But I'm like, okay, any monkey can sit back and criticize, but what are you doing?
That's good. That's a good one right there. Jerry, put it on a t-shirt. That's a good one. That is a good one. And send me my t-shirt so I can wear it. Yes.
You all are hilarious.
But ladies,
Runs in
I'm
the
gonna get off
family.
here. I'm gonna get off here because I'm getting a little tired.
Okay, Miss
I
Linda,
think
it was
we
nice
should
to
all
meet you.
land the plane on that note. Because I
Okay.
think I could probably sit here all night and listen to Kim
Listen,
because
I'm about to get your plane tickets. I got a guest room.
Girl, no.
A guest room and an almost heated pool.
Okay.
we still working on that motor. We still working on
Yeah. We got to
You
sell
are
some
fun.
party games. $1,200 and we can have a heated pool. Party games.
Miss Kim, it was wonderful and meeting you.
Oh, it was
Really
lovely
was.
meeting you too. Thank
It
you for
was so
joining. I'll pray for your continued health.
All my health is getting better. Just keep the prayers coming.
Will do. I'm going to add you
Amen.
to my
Life
list.
is gonna be
Miss
good.
Linda.
Miss Linda Wilson.
Miss Linda Faye Wilson.
That's me all day long.
All right.
Okay. I love you guys.
Oh, good night.
Love
I
you
will
too.
talk to you all soon. Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night. All right, so I'm gonna have some editing to do, but it's all good.
I know we're like
no, it's cool. Listen. I might just let it roll. I'm gonna let it roll.
Might be two episodes.
Part 1 and part 2.
Yes.
Oh, Miss Linda was so sweet.
She's dope. We've been doing a lot of work. So she's been joining us. I want to say was this February or March, Nicole.
Mm-hmm.
And initially she wouldn't talk. She would get on. And she would just sit there and listen and take notes. I mean, feverish notes. Just take notes. And then when we stop recording, then she'll have all these questions and all this stuff. And so, now she just hop on like, hey, how y'all doing?
I love it. Oh.
And so it's been super encouraging because she's the oldest of all of my mom's siblings.
Oh, okay.
And to know and to hear from her like, hey, I actually learned from you, my niece, like that's special. You know what I'm saying? To be able to have that type of relationship with, someone from older generation and have that respect and it be reciprocal, because like I'm not from the South, but I was raised as a Southerner. So respect is like super big. Like that's everything. And I think you had mentioned that earlier on in terms of your household, but it touches like a special place in the heart when I like receive like, oh wow, like my aunt respects me, like, you know what I mean? Like we're not it's this weird dynamic. I don't know if either of you could like when you become peers, like it's not this hierarchical thing anymore. You become peers. It's like, when did that happen? You said like, when did you become a mom? Like when did I become a peers with my elders? Like that's, and I don't think I'm like peer yet, but just that respect, that reciprocal respect is something super big. Well, Kim, listen, I ain't trying to take your whole life, your whole evening. I don't know what happened to Nicole. I don't know what's going on in Florida. I don't know what's going on. But she jumped off. Yeah. So I want to thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your heart. Thank you for sharing your story and your life with us. Thank you for sharing tips and tricks, right? Best practices. I appreciate you, and I'm super excited about the next chapter of your life. I know whatever you put your hand to, like God's gonna bless it. You continue to put Him first, continue to love Him above all else, continue to serve, worship Him, and be a great example to your family, right? Be an incredible helpmeet to your husband. Like whatever you do, it's just gonna flourish.
No, thank you. And you did
So,
you're such a great host.
well, we're still recording, but I love it. Keep it coming.
Yes. No. I love it. I love that you're doing something that wasn't on your planned list and you're doing it well. So keep it
Listen,
up.
this whole year has been unplanned. I didn't think I was gonna write a book. I didn't think I was gonna do podcasts. We had we did live comedy shows every month, right since the beginning of the year. Like, in January, I was just like, all right, God, what we doing?
And he's like, a lot.
pretty much. But so I would say, like, in terms of, like, it seems like a lot, but everything that I'm doing, like, it's really just creating stages for Christian creatives. Like, I just want to create as many stages as possible, let as much light shine on, like, my brothers and sisters as possible. Like, we all have incredible amounts of gifts and talents, and there's no reason for us to walk around hiding them under bowls and cups.
No.
Turn them over and pour them out, and just let the world see, like, yo, we're dope because Jesus is Lord. You know what I mean? So
absolutely. Well, thank you for having me. It was fun.
All right, we might have to have you come back again in a couple months. Well, I would say probably 18 months.
See what's going on. See what's next.
The CEO mom.
You never know. You never know. But you have a good one. Say hi to your husband.
All right, folks. Have a good night. This is Jory O'Neill, Nicole Salter, and Kim Coleman. 30 minutes of power. Go out there and be an empowered woman using your power to empower others. Peace.
Thank you for listening. We pray you have been empowered by the message. If you'd like to be a part of the conversation, join our free Facebook group, AZ Iron Sharpens Iron. Every Monday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, meet us back here for another session of empowerment. Share this episode with another woman who needs to be empowered. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, be an empowered woman using your power to empower others.
30 minutes of power.